What's up, YouTube? I hope all is well with you because things are super fantastic with me. We're back with another Why This Comedy Set Works. And specifically, we're going to be talking about jokes when it comes to interracial dating, which can be a touchy area for some people. But before we get started on this video, I do want to say that comedy is subjective. So there are things that I find hilarious that other people may not find funny, and stuff that you like that I may not find humor in at all. And that's completely okay. If you have opposing opinions, you're more than welcome to put your opinions in the comment section. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and get started. So the comedian that we are going to be looking at today is a comedian by the name of Nathan Macintosh. And let me tell you, I am completely obsessed with this guy. He's actually a comedian that's from Canada, but he currently resides in New York. And he has such a unique, distinct style. One thing that I love about Nathan is when he goes on a rant, like he has this high-pitched voice that is hilarious. And whenever you have the time, check out a lot of his stuff. He has a YouTube channel with a lot of his material on it. So I highly suggest you check it out because he is amazing. But with this particular clip that we're going to be watching today, he is talking about dating Black women. Now, usually I hate these types of jokes, but I found this one interesting. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it and break it down. And I'm going to tell you why I personally feel like this particular set works. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
This is gonna be weird because I am the whitest human being you're ever gonna see. Like I'm getting burnt by these fucking lights right now. Okay?
Okay, I know I'm stopping the video kind of fast, but I gotta give props where they're due. First off, he is pulling no punches at the very beginning. Like, he gets a laugh immediately as soon as he gets on stage. And I'm assuming that he's in a predominantly Black club because he's acknowledging how white he is. But the way he does it, it's great. It's straight to the point, and it doesn't make anyone feel comfortable. It makes people laugh. And he also seems to be very relaxed in this environment too. Like, he seems happy to be there, and it makes people want to hear what he's got to say. So that's pretty cool.
Right here. Right here. But I am done dating white girls. Can't do it anymore. I can't do it. And you can boo me if you want, white girls. It's only gonna make this better and more awesome.
So here Nathan gets straight to the point. He has his little thesis statement and it's a pretty provocative one at that. And I gotta admit, I think that if it was a Black man that was saying that about Black women, I would not appreciate this at all. So I can't imagine the feeling of a white woman in the audience hearing what Nathan has to say. But one thing that I find interesting that he does is, of course, when he has that provocative statement, there's going to be some tension in the room. And he immediately breaks that tension by addressing the people that would probably not like that statement, which is, of course, white women. And he says, white women, you can boo because this is just going to make it even more better. And that makes it so much funnier, at least for me, because it lets me know that he does not care what other people think about what he is stating right now. But at the same time, I'm not sure what I would feel if I was a white lady. Who knows? But let's continue and watch what he says next.
I can't fucking do it anymore because here's the thing. I know that white girls look good, okay? But white girls do not know they look fucking good, alright? Take the hottest white girl in the world every day of her fucking life. She's gonna get up and look in the mirror and be like, oh, my hair is so stupid and this right hand is so fat. This fat hand. And my nostrils are too oval. And one of my eyes is bigger than the other. So you're squinting right now, of course.
One thing that I appreciate that Nathan does here is that he compliments white women and he acknowledges that they're beautiful. But then he talks about, in a comical way, how they can never acknowledge or notice their own beauty. And I love the act out that he does with this. It's pretty funny. It's very hyperbolous. I hope that's the word that I wanted to use. We're just gonna pretend it is. But anyways, I like to act out, but I also, it makes me think about like, okay, why do I guess white women do that? And I think it's because we live in a society that is tailored towards the beauty of white women. Like, they're the first hair commercials we see, first skin commercials they see. Of course, there's so much beauty products that are tailored towards them that they may feel pressure to actually use them and uphold those beauty standards that have been set for amongst society. And so since it's expected of them to do it, they have to, as opposed to Black women that don't fit into that beauty standard at all. It's just interesting.
I dated one Black girl in my life, and I swear to God, if I could trade my mom for two more,
Okay, this joke is perfect for several reasons. First off, just the punchline is smooth and straight and to the point and kind of severe. Like, trading in your own mother for two Black women. Like, we're great, but your own mother? I don't know. And then secondly, it's just the way that he says it with such conviction. It makes it even more funnier. And it also makes it hilarious for him to be this redhead, pasty white guy talking in this way. It overall, the whole presentation makes it a funny bit. Okay, we need to acknowledge the fact that he got a pretty big applause break for that joke, which means the crowd loved that so much. I have a sneaking suspicion that he was definitely in a Black crowd because that joke went over really, really well. I'm curious to see what type of crowd was there, but I'm 90% sure that it was an all Black crowd. My opinion.
my mom would go. I don't care. I would give my mom to Somalian pirates for $2.
Somalian pirates? Okay, like, I know Black girls are popping, but are we that popping? I don't know about that. I am curious to see what type of woman was Nathan dating for her to have such an impression on him. I'm curious.
Just looking at her too, like, you did your best, Mom. Get on the boat. I don't give a shit. Because I dated, like I said, I dated one Black girl in my life, and she had the most confidence out of anybody I've ever met, man. One day she asked me how she looked, and when I started to give my opinion, she was like, your opinion can suck my dick. That is fucking amazing. You asked me how you look and then told me to blow you? Like, fucking Bill Gates doesn't have that kind of confidence, man.
So Nathan's perspective of Black women being confident is not a new perspective that has been introduced to stand-up comedy. I've heard a lot of white comedians talk about the confidence, the quote-unquote confidence of a Black woman. But it also, whenever I hear it, it makes me ponder. It makes me wonder, like, why is that something that white people automatically point out about Black women? And I came up with the conclusion that when it comes to, of course, white women, they're always getting that outside validation that they're beautiful. Like, it's always acknowledged, whether it's through TV programming, whether it's through advertisements or products that are available for them to keep up their beauty. On the other side, Black women usually don't get that validation. We ultimately have to rely on ourselves to get it. And so we have to remind ourselves that we are beautiful every day. We have to remind other fellow Black women around us that we're beautiful and that we're worthy. And because we don't get that from society in a natural way, it's something that we have to rely on for ourselves. Which, of course, means that since we don't have to rely on outside sources to get it, we automatically have it, or it's perceived as we have it. However, unfortunately, it gets fatiguing It's fatiguing trying to get that confidence every day. Just a heads up. Sometimes it's nice to get that outside validation. I'm just saying.
And then every white girl in the world, oh, I don't have any knees. How does my leg even bend? They're too low on my leg. I have too much thigh and not enough calf.
Okay, I gotta say, his white girl impression is so funny because it's so stupid. It's so ridiculous, but it's funny to watch him do it. But that is the end of this particular set. I gotta say, I loved the set, and usually I really get leery when white men talk about black women because usually it is very degrading, even though they don't mean it. But Nathan, he can do it because, first of all, Nathan is just a solid comedian. And usually the topics that he covers it with grace. He makes everyone feel comfortable and everyone laugh. So with that being said, kudos to you, sir. And secondly, because it's in a positive light. And a lot of the times we are the butt of jokes. Like, it's always we're doing something with attitudes. Like, it's like we're always a comic relief in a negative light. And so it's always nice to see and more of a positive one. So thank you for the set, Nathan. It made my day. But with that being said, that is all for today. I hope you're doing everything you need to do to have a happy, successful, and healthy life. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.